Morning session. Good morning, Facebook family. Good morning, storytellers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl V. Good morning, Marsha. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. What's up, Facebook and Insta fam? We're live this morning. I hope everybody's doing well. She said, yes, I have you on my schedule. Hey! Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm happy to be on right now. It's Thursday. Hallelujah. We almost at the end of the week, y'all. We almost at the end of the week. A few days ago, well, actually, yeah, yesterday and the day before, we did a live writing session. It was really awesome. Uh, Yesterday, I was able to complete a page and a half, I believe. But it's just been just a time of being able to catch up on the projects that God has given us and navigate those stories. I know sometimes it can get discouraging if you're doing it on your own, or maybe you feel like you don't have the right words to say. And I want to be able to help you guys through that. So before I get started into today, let me go through my intro. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Beyond, the storyteller, founder of Beyond's Creative Solutions and Be Great Be University. Thought leaders, educators, and entrepreneurs ready to put their pen to paper, lean on my writing and publishing skills to turn their powerful personal experiences into life-changing messages through self help and motivational books. If you're ready to publish your story and submit your legacy and transform lives in the process, send me a DM. I would love to be able to help you out. All right, y'all. So today, what I wanted to do was a live Q&A. So if you have questions about the writing process, hello, unknown braider, what's up? That's my hairstylist, y'all. If you have any questions about writing your stories, or if you have any questions about the writing publishing process, you can submit your questions today. And also, if I'm not able to get to that question, I'll be able to create some content for you guys so you guys can watch that replay. Okay. So today is Good Morning Events by Stacy. This morning we have Q&A for your writing and publishing questions. So if you have a book that you would like to write, and maybe you have a question about how to publish it, or you have a question about how to get ideas, or maybe you have a story that you want to tell, your life story, and you want to figure out, well, how can I turn my story into a book? I want to bring you on the platform this morning, and we're going to dissect your story, and I'm going to show you how we can turn it into a book. Good morning, Queen. Yes, back in the day, I used to do something called, what was it? I literally have the YouTube replays. It was called Story. It was called Story Time. Good morning. Good morning. It was called Story Time. And so I would have people come on the platform. They would tell me a brief of their story in the comment section, or I'll let them come onto the camera and they will tell me their life story briefly. And I would show them how they could turn their stories into a self help book, and also help them identify their target audience while dissecting their story. So if you want to, if you want to be a part of that today, or if you have any questions, go ahead, submit your questions. Or if you want to come on the platform and give me a brief of your story, and I can show you how I could turn it into a self-help book and identify that audience that you have, you can come on. You can come on live. I'm thinking about putting my what's it called? My little board over here. I'm thinking about putting this out for y'all today. What y'all think? Who want to come on live today? Y'all can come on live, or you can put it in the comment section. Just give me a brief of your story, and I'll show you how you can turn it into a book. Or you can ask a question, and I'll answer it. So I'm excited about this. I haven't done story time in years, but I saw the video the other day, and I said, "Wow!" I remember I used to do that, and I used to love having people on my live. I used to love talking to people and really just breaking down their stories, because some people don't realize the value that's in their story, or the value that's in their life experiences. You know, if I would have known that the homelessness I would have gone through years ago, the divorce I went through would have got me to where I am now, and be able to talk to the people that I talk to now, I would, like, oh my gosh, like, you couldn't have told me that this could have been a book. You couldn't have told me, because I didn't see it that way. But I'm very grateful that God, He turned my story around to where I was able to not only, tell it to other people, but to be able to save people from suicide. Like, I was just like, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll just be able to put this in the book. Like when I finally put it in the book, then it's just like, no, it's next level. Like, it's next level. People literally have stopped the suicide path after talking to them about my story. There was a woman that said she literally went through everything that I went through. And she was like, I would have never been able to tell that you went through that. But seeing you gives me hope. And because of you, I'm not going to kill myself. Like, I was like, I didn't expect that on a Sunday morning, y'all. Like, I went to church. I didn't expect somebody to, like, first off, I didn't know I was going to minister to somebody that day. But it was just like, man, this woman was literally going to end her life on Sunday. And God allowed me to minister to her and tell her my story on the floor while she was crying. Like, it was just like, wow, God, like the fact that you used my story. So some of y'all might be thinking the same thing, like, God want to use my story? How could God use my story? How could my story really impact somebody? Some of y'all even have some of y'all have stories that's not traumatic, but you wonder like, well, how can I write a book? If so, you can come on and we can definitely put together some ideas. Typically, this is like something that I do like on a discovery call for like 15 minutes. But we're on live today, and I'm doing something a little bit different, and just wanted to connect with my live family and see what we can get up. But if you have any questions, put in the comment section. If you want to put your story together, um, that's me. I want to tell my story about divorce. Let's go. So do you have any questions about that? So if you feel like, so I went through a divorce as well. Um, I actually, when I went through my divorce, I was just like, I felt like, first off, I felt like the power in it was actually in like my lowest point because I felt like giving up. I felt like just going out there, doing whatever I want, being with whoever I want. Like, man, I'm free now. Like, let me just go live my life. And in the process, it's just like also, having to face the fact that I'm a believer and, dealing with that shame, dealing with that regret, the regret of years that the death of a vision or a dream that I'm going to spend my life with somebody. And so I found like the most beautiful part of my divorce story was my lowest point, and some people don't see it that way, because it was the place where God rescued me. So with your story, with your divorce, obviously, like, we could all say like, man, you should write a book, but I would want to get to know your story a little bit more. And I'd love to know, how did you handle your process? How did it start? Like, what were you like when you finally got to that place, like where you knew this was a divorce? And what was the buildup? What was the buildup? What happened after that decision? How did you navigate after finding that out? And let's see, hey, Brittany, that's my birthday twin. But those are some things that I would want to know. But you can definitely turn a divorce story into a self-help book for sure. I'd love to. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh my God, we got our first guest, y'all. Events by Stacy. Let's go. Y'all, we got a live guest. We got a live guest. I need a marker. I'm gonna need a marker for this. I need a marker. Hello, Stacy. How are you, Queen?
I am good, y'all. I just arrived at my venue. I'm getting out of a box truck this morning. I got hurt still, but listen, I have a tremendous story, and it was like really breaking. I spent 13 years with this man. We have 4 kids. He just literally left the home, served me one day with papers from the girl he married after he divorced me, and it was just like he had gave her baby a kidney, and I didn't even know it. Y'all, I have the most like trauma story in the world, and it was supposed to break me, but I didn't let it.
Wow.
I really didn't let it. I raised my kids by myself. That's why I try to tell women all the time, being a single mom it's not hard. It's just how you handle what you're doing,
Right.
And I want people like women to stop letting themselves break because a man, it empowered me. It pushed me to where I am today. You know, like I just don't like the fact that women let it just tear up their whole lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. And I don't think anybody has been through the stuff that I've been through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have been through pure hell, you know, not trying to cuss, but I've been through pure hell because of a man. And I didn't even know, y'all, that I was going through a depression. I just kept going. And I was going through a depression and I didn't even know that I was really depressed. Like, it just, I don't know, it was just God, you know?
Yeah.
It didn't break me. And that's what it was supposed to do. He told me, y'all, listen, this is like the first thing that a man could tell a woman. Hold on, okay. But he told me, we were getting evicted. And he said, well, maybe you could just, I said, are you going to help us pay the rent? He said, no. He said, I'm not going to pay the rent. Just, I'll give you $250 for storage. You can put your stuff in storage. Okay, but I got kids here. What am I supposed to do? You know, like, where are we going to go? He said, you'll figure it out. Right. And come to find out, y'all, this man, the girl, the baby that she had that she gave the kidney to, he gave the kidney to, she was getting like $1 million lawsuit from the doctors because she sued the hospital. He was end up chasing her money. I can't compete with over $1 million, you know what I'm saying? So instead of him, you know, handling it in a different way, he just said, I'll leave this family to go with this family, and I don't care about this family over here.
Wow.
But y'all wouldn't believe, like, the miracles that it brought behind him just leaving. You know
that part.
Like, I refuse to say I'm going to let my kids settle. And I just go without, you know, because he wanted to get another woman and chase money, whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
I didn't care about that. I moved on. I didn't look back. I had to leave my town. This girl went and put her kids in the same private school I was in. She taunted me. She did so much. Like, it was embarrassing. Mm-hmm. I used to be ashamed to go to the grocery store because I didn't know, like, you know, he was a get around guy. So I didn't know, like, where he was the night before, you know, when we were together. The whole relationship was just embarrassing. 13 years of life, you know. Ooh. And that's why I got to write a book about it. People do inbox me and they be saying, like, you know, Miss Stacy, if we can ask you some questions about they go through their relationships, we know you know.
Yes.
And I do help young girls who go through stuff, but they don't listen until it's too late.
Yes.
And, you know, like, I just hate that point. They just stay. They stay through the abuse. They stay through the mistreatment. They stay through the embarrassment. They just feel like I gotta have somebody. Actually, you don't. Move on, you know, like but see, they don't. I just think people don't search for God first.
That part.
You know, like once they get to the point where they know God, that man don't matter.
Yes.
So it's just the mindset, and it's, you know, like how they choose to steady go through that relationship. You don't have to stay in that relationship. Right. You got kids, so what?
Right.
Raise your kids.
Right.
And I tell people, stop running guys down saying, I need this for my baby. I need that for my baby. Girl, go get yourself a job, start a business, or whatever you got to do.
That part.
Raise your kids. You know, he wants you to run behind him. That's why he neglects you and say, I'm not giving you any money, whatever. He's supposed to be a man.
Come on.
So if that's where he's going, you know, that's where his mindset is at, you need to get rid of him anyway.
Facts.
You know? But the point of it is, y'all, I just end up, you came across, I don't know, I got you a notification or something.
Oh, wow.
But it was something for me to just mention that this morning.
Yeah.
Because it's something I want to write, and I've got a manuscript. I got pages and pages where I write, I document everything. I just haven't put it in full form yet, you know?
Yeah.
So I just got to take time to put my words on paper, and that's what I call I started an LLC for it, like Econ White Paper.
Okay, I like that.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And I even want to do a publishing company. I even want to do, you know, like, because I'm not going to be doing events. I've done events for almost 11 years.
Wow.
I don't want to keep doing this, you know what I'm saying? So I got to find out something that I want to do beyond setting up events.
Right.
So writing is my passion, and I want to have time to sit down and write. That's what I want to do.
That's
that
awesome.
Book is going to help a lot of people, and I know, you know, women in general, you know, because we have some really, I don't want to call them non-believing women or women that settle, but we tend to settle.
Come on.
I don't like it, and I just think everybody can't be strong, and everybody don't have the power to be strong.
That part.
But see, my thing was I found God, and I asked Him to heal me. I asked Him to help me move on from the past. I'm not bitter. I'm not mad. I'm not angry at Him. I'm not none of that. Wow. Because He blessed me.
Right.
Not being with Him was a blessing. All that hurt I went through.
Yes.
I moved on.
Yes.
Beyond that, yeah, I moved on. I wouldn't dare, advise anybody to stay in a bad relationship.
That part.
Be afraid to leave. Go.
Yes.
Go. Yeah.
There's so much freedom when you leave an abusive relationship. Like, you think that relationship will keep you whole. You think it's gonna, give you the love and affection that you need. But the truth of the matter is, like, your blessing is outside of that. Like, you are doing more damage to yourself by staying. And so, and then you realize who you're really made to be once you're out of the abusive situation.
Exactly. Because you can't see anything further.
Right? That part.
You can't see anything further. That's what you think. A lot of people women say, this is what I'm supposed to do. No, you're not. You're
Yes.
better than that.
But you can't see it while you're in it.
You're not gonna see it while
you can't, and then you ain't even reached your potential. It's like, oh my gosh, and you're muzzled, you can't even be the fullness of who you are, who you really are. It's muzzled because you're not with the person you're supposed to be with.
Exactly. And you know what? People don't understand either. God will not let you move forward until you gotta get into your own space and your peace, and you gotta find yourself. Because let me tell y'all something. Like, it's just so crazy. He still sits. He's been doing the same thing since I left him almost 20 years ago. He still sits under a tree. He just does nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm just thinking, if I would have still been there, guess what? I would have been subjected to nothing. I wouldn't have started my event business back then. I wouldn't have, I had to find a way for my kids, and I teach them entrepreneurship. I got a 31-year-old daughter who teaches the whole family literacy. She flips property. She does everything. We wouldn't have been there if I hadn't left this man. We would have been I'm over with my home.
Still struggling.
And we'd have been catching hell.
Oh wow.
Listen, y'all.
I would have been struggling. That was my story.
I can't thank God enough, and I want every woman, whoever's on this platform listening to you this morning, I want them to know, if you're going through something, like, get help. You don't have to be ashamed to get help.
Yeah.
You don't have to be ashamed to talk about it. Find God, find you a good church, God-based church, and believe in yourself. Women have got to love themselves a little more. That's my main thing. Love yourself. I did, and I came out of this. I teach my daughters, you don't have to put up with nothing.
That part.
Women are strong.
Yeah.
We really are the backbone of everything.
Yeah.
Every household that runs has a good woman. So they don't want it, move on. Somebody will love you.
Right.
Yeah, somebody will love you. God will first, and then somebody else will second.
Come on.
So that's my story.
That's beautiful.
I'm gonna put it on paper.
Yes.
I'm not ashamed to tell it. I tell everybody, if they ask questions, I'm not ashamed to tell it. So
yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to speak about that this morning.
That was awesome. Listen, I had two different topics for you while you was talking, because you said that typically people come to you when it's too late, but it'd be good to catch them before it's too late, right? So you could have two different books, right, for two different audiences. One could be When It's Too Late. That could be a title. And then one that could be called You Can't Break Me. Come on. You can't break me. That's when you choose to take your strength on in the middle of the relationship, and you're choosing to choose you. And you're going to choose not to be broken by this person anymore. And so in that book, you can give them advice on how they can find themselves again, how they can build themselves up, how to love themselves again so that they can be prepared for the next person.
Love it. I love both of those.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to connect.
Yes.
I got a lot of stuff that I want to do. So connecting will be great for me. I want to save your info.
Yes.
I got to work y'all, but listen, I enjoyed this talk.
Yes, me too.
I enjoyed you for having me to speak, hear my story. And and I want to talk more.
Yes, thank you for coming on, Stacy.
No, I appreciate you. Hi, everybody. Thank you.
Y'all, this was Stacy. She just gave a awesome story. She has an event business. If you need an event, I don't know where are you located. What state are you in?
I'm in Florida.
Florida.
I'm actually in Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
I travel. I go everywhere, but I've been traveling, but I don't want to travel anymore.
Because you want to write. Yeah.
I want to write. I definitely want to write, but I just want to literally rent the event hall, and I want to open multiple more event halls. Like we're going to Texas next.
Nice.
Yeah, I just want to run these event halls and just.
You just ready to spread your wings and write.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do.
Yes, yes. Well, I pray your strength in this time. You're welcome, Queen. You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. I'm not sure how to pull you down, but
okay. Bye.
Y'all, that was so powerful. Oh my God, that was so powerful. Someone said an amazing motivational comment. Said you are amazing for sharing just a portion of your life. Keep pushing, love. That's, man. Y'all see like how important it is for us to share our stories and how our stories can impact others. Like we literally just gave two different impactful books for two different audiences. One book is going to help an audience that have found themselves in a place like where it's too late, and they feel like I don't know how to recover, but that book will be a solution based book on how to recover after you feel like it's too late. Then there's also a book that will help people while they're in the middle of the struggle, helping them with an exit plan, helping them to build themselves up, after, experiencing heartbreak or losing themselves after all those years. This woman has so much wisdom, and it's just great to see that she knows that she has a story to tell and that she's going to execute on it. So that was awesome. That's literally a answer prayer, because something I wanted to do was to be able to have people come on and tell their story. So it was such a blessing to have her come on. Is there anybody else that wanted to come on and ask a question or figure out how they could turn their story or a piece of their life into a book? Maybe I can give you some ideas on how you could expand on your ideas. We aren't made to be on the back of no milk carton. My kid's father too. Yeah. The outpouring after it though. Yeah, the outpouring. I put that in there. I said after, sis. Yep. Yeah, man. Sometimes it takes you to leave that toxic relationship for you to see what God really has in store for you. Teach classes on how to build. I was thinking that same thing, but she said she tired of it, so I don't know if she's gonna do that. Who coming on? Hey y'all. All right, well, if you're just coming in, she said, yes, I love it. Yes. Listen, y'all, if you're just tuning in, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on here, Instagram family. We just had someone come on. She shared a bit of her story. I gave her some ideas. So this session today is just for you to come on. You can ask questions about your book. You can ask questions about the writing or publishing process. Or if you want to come on and share your story, we can dissect it and see how we can turn your story or a piece of your story into a published book. So this is a time for you to pick my brain. And as we just saw, that was an amazing experience. And I just loved her transparency. And just even seeing like, she's at a place like where she's like, I don't have any bad feelings because of God. I found God, and God helped me to see that there was a blessing on the other side. So yes, man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Well, if we don't have any more questions, or if anyone doesn't want to come on today, we can finish this up tomorrow. I'll come on with some more ideas. I'll come up with some content, or maybe we can do another writing session. So if y'all want to do another live writing session, let me know. Or if you would like me to spit some more knowledge on here, I don't mind doing that. But I'm about to head out, y'all. Since y'all don't have any more questions, it's been good. This is such a blessing. Thank y'all so much for trusting me with your morning. Trust me with your schedule. I love y'all so much, Instagram and Facebook family. Y'all are awesome. And also be sure to join BGBU. If you ain't know about us, you better know. Be Great Be University, helping you to know, what is it? Help you to know who you are in Christ. helping you to understand your purpose, helping you to understand how to turn that idea into a business. We still growing, we still going. God is good. I'm about to go out here and work on my client's book. But God bless y'all. Looking forward to connecting with y'all. If y'all have a book idea, make sure that you contact me, send me a DM or something. Get that book done. I told y'all how to do it. Just go